Good evening and welcome to another episode of In the Spotlight. So coming up in tonight's programme, we look at random acts of kindness, what's on in and around Northamptonshire and how you can get involved in UonTV. But first, please welcome our guest presenter for tonight. It's Kata. Welcome. Right, here we go. That was probably picked up. Never mind. Where are we? So yeah, before we start, we've got something brand new for tonight's programme. So if you're watching live, then why not get in touch with us for any questions or comments? You can tweet us at UonTV UK and use the hashtag Spotlight for In the Spotlight. We'd love to hear from you. But first up, we're going to take a look at some random acts of kindness. I've lost where I am completely, and this is the wonderful thing. So last week we told you as part of this programme, we'll shortly be going out and doing random acts of kindness. So tonight that's what we're going to focus on. So what's a random act of kindness, I hear you ask? Well, let's take a look at this first video and you'll see.
Ranging from heartwarming stories of selfless sacrifice to random acts of kindness that restore faith in humanity. Welcome to the list of the top 5 random acts of kindness. Number 5. Mrs. Vashaw, a high school head teacher in New Hampshire, had unfortunately been diagnosed with a rare and aggressive form of cancer, but she still put on a brave face and went into school and carried on with her life as normal. Then one day at school, the students gathered up and presented her with $8,000 towards the cost of her treatment. The head teacher was completely overwhelmed by the random gift and the small sacrifice all the students had made. See, the students knew about it all along and were supposed to be going on a class outing. But instead of going, they all decided to give the money for their trip to the teacher instead. The students said their head teacher is completely selfless, and that made them want to be selfless too. Mrs. Vashaw will be taking leave for her cancer treatment, but said it was a beautiful experience as an educator, as she worked so hard to try and help cultivate kids who care. She was extremely proud of her students for being the embodiment of all that she taught. The students have said that this was only the beginning and that they'll continue to raise funds for their beloved head teacher. Number 4. A woman named Kayla Lane was working as a waitress at the Westside Cafe in Fort Worth when she overheard a distraught couple discussing the recent loss of their baby daughter. The couple, named Debbie and Sean, had no idea she overheard and asked for the bill. Kayla instead brought them their receipt, as she had already paid the bill herself out of her own money. She didn't even want a tip and told the couple that the restaurant would cover it, even though that was a little white lie. Kayla had also covered that as well. The couple was so overjoyed that a stranger could do something so beautiful for them in their time of deep sadness. It turns out that Kayla has a history with random acts of kindness and has previously covered bills for soldiers, police officers and firemen. She said she doesn't want any recognition and only wants the satisfaction of being able to help. Number 3. A young lady named Dominique had just finished her night out and realised she had lost her bank card and couldn't pay for a taxi home. A homeless man named Robbie saw her situation and offered her £3, the only money he had in the world, which he gladly gave away in return for knowing Dominique would get home safely. Robbie had been homeless for 7 months and was finding it very difficult to get a job due to having no address. Dominique woke up the next morning and was so touched that someone with so little could give away his very last penny to help her, so she decided to repay his kindness. She set up a GoFundMe page for Robbie in the hope of raising £500. Turns out it went viral and eventually raised over £30,000. But there was one small problem: Robbie was nowhere to be seen. Dominique spent 4 nights driving around Preston, UK and asking people if they'd seen Robbie, and it turns out that Robbie was known as a local Samaritan and had been known to return wallets and give his clothes to cold passers-by. She eventually found Robbie and gave him the money, and he was so happy that he could eventually reclaim his life. Dominique thinks that Robbie may have just restored her faith in humanity. Number 2. 38-year-old Californian Elvis Summers happened upon a 60-year-old homeless person named Irene McGee. He discovered she was literally sleeping on the streets without as much as a cardboard box beneath her. After chatting to her a few times, he also discovered she lost her husband in 2004 and could no longer afford the house they shared in Los Angeles. Summers struck up a friendship with Mrs. McGee, and she often visited to collect his recycling so she could exchange it for money. Mr. Summers said he could barely afford to pay his own bills, but he couldn't bear watching Irene sleep in the dirt, where everybody walks past enjoying their lives and going home to warm showers. He felt compelled to help her and sprung into action. He visited the hardware store and bought some tools and some wood, all so he could give Irene her very own home. He worked relentlessly for 5 days until his creation was finished. He had spent over $500 to make Irene a place she could call home. He found Irene sitting in the street and brought her to his home so he could present her with her very own home. She was so unbelievably happy with her new gift and completely overwhelmed with this act of kindness. Elvis said it was more important than a couple of bills which he's sure he could pay later and catch up on, and that we as humans are always so busy and petty that we can't stop for just 1 minute to help someone in need. Number 1. Cara Grace Duggan wanted to buy a second-hand smoothie maker for her mother, who had been diagnosed with stage 4 cancer the previous year. Her mum had been suffering with nausea due to the cancer, so she thought it would be a great way to get nutrition into her. Cara specifically needed the 900-watt version, so she could also add the supplements that would be grinded into the juices. But she couldn't afford the £130 price tag of a new one. She found an ad for a second-hand NutriBullet smoothie maker on Gumtree and proceeded to contact the seller. She asked if they could post it from London to Belfast. She also explained that it was to help with her mother's cancer treatment by helping to easily consume nutrients and supplements. The heartwarming response she got back left her overwhelmed. The seller said they were giving it to her for free and that they were also covering the postage. She then received a second message from the seller, saying they had just bought her a brand new one and it was available to pick up instantly at a local store in Belfast. Cara, close to tears, replied with "Thank you, why are you so kind?" To which she received, "Don't say thanks to me, in fact thank you for giving me this opportunity." Cara cried when she picked up the NutriBullet due to the kindness she had received from someone she had never even met. And that brings my list of the top 5 random acts of kindness to an end. I jolly well hoped you liked it, and as always, thank you for watching.
You try not to. Okay, yes, yes. So that's hopefully given you an idea of what random acts of kindness are all about, if you didn't know before. Have you ever done a random act of kindness, Kata?
I guess I have, yeah. Once I went out with a bunch of people back at home in Luxembourg, and we basically just gathered a bunch of food and beanies, scarves, water, dog treats and stuff for the homeless people around Luxembourg in town.
That's awesome. That's a really good random act.
Yeah.
That's brilliant. Have you ever received one?
Well, there was once, I mean, I guess it was random and it was kind to me. It was just like I was really upset about something and I was in town. It was like in the middle of the day and I was talking to a friend about something. I was really upset and crying, and this girl comes up to me and like gives me a hug, tells me whatever you're sad about, like it'll be okay, gave me a glass of water and gave me some tissues, gave me another hug and then walked off. And I mean, I don't know, but like to me that was like, it made everything, like put everything into perspective.
Yeah,
that a strange person like told me, yeah, it'll be fine, whatever you're upset about, you're gonna be fine. I don't know, that to me was very kind of them to do.
That's really nice. I like that.
Yeah, what about you?
I've done some.
Yeah.
And that, like buying homeless people drinks and stuff. I did quite a few, was it earlier this year? Obviously McDonald's do their Monopoly thing. And then you like win free food and stuff. And I'd seen it online on Facebook. Like somebody said, well, you've just had a meal. Do you really need extra food? I mean, especially my size. It's not like I only order like a salad. Do you know what I mean? Like, I have half a McDonald's. So I was giving all of the vouchers to homeless people. And then I've bought them coffees and things like that.
That's
and what
nice.
I tend to do as well is if somebody's selling the big issue, the magazine doesn't really interest me. Like I've read it a couple of times. So I tend to just give them the money that I'd pay for the big issue, but without taking it.
Right.
So they've still got that one to
Right,
sell
right,
again.
yeah,
really.
that makes sense.
So yeah, let's have a look with some. We've got some other inspiration of other random acts of kindness.
Yeah. So some more random acts of kindness and see if we can get some more inspiration.
Today, we have the chance to do something we've never done before. Over the next 24 hours across 10 time zones in over 90 destinations, our fellow WestJetters will head out into the world and attempt to complete 12,000 mini miracles. That's one act of kindness for every one of us. Because we believe in making the world just a little brighter.
put this towards your tab on us.
Christmas is here, bringing good cheer. Who has a bomb?
Joy, we're here to make a Christmas miracle for you.
I can't believe you picked us.
We are here in New York City just spreading some love and some Christmas cheer.
My husband Leo got diagnosed with cancer in 2014. He ended up passing away in October.
So I'm happy to tell you that you'll be going to Walt Disney World in Orlando.
Wow, guys!
Whether a small gesture or life-changing event, one thing is certain. We're going to use the good in us to celebrate the good in others. Spread cheer. Deliver joy.
Santa Claus came to the beach.
You made him really happy.
How much for all of them? We're gonna give free coconuts out.
To let each and every one we meet know that no matter who you are or where you're from, you're significant. Your dreams are important.
Wow, thank you.
Thanks to WestJet, you're all getting 2 round-trip tickets to Vancouver.
Here's some lunch for you.
This is the song. Who has a bomb? Love spread around, shining your light bright in the night, filling the air with love and care. Santa's here to share all the cheer, miracles of light, doing what's right. Over 12,000 many miracles. Merry, 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 merry Christmas.
Brent, we're here today to say thank you for your service.
We'd like to send you and your entire family on vacation to Hawaii.
Yeah,
This season, our hope is that we'll inspire others to spread the spirit of Christmas.
Who has a bomb? Love spread around, shining your light bright in the night, filling the air with love and care. Christmas is here, bringing good cheer. Who has a bomb? Love spread around. Santa's here to share all the cheer, miracles and light.
I think it's time for a mini miracle update.
Every time we give or do a little extra for someone else, it feels good. And that is what the season's all about.
Thanks for watching. If you liked this video,
So yeah, we know that was all Christmassy, but in all honesty, I was looking for a different video because that's not the first random acts of kindness that WestJet have done. They've done several, but there's so many ideas in there.
There really are.
Are there any you'd love to do?
Well, I mean, I would love to do all of them because you wanna spread as much joy and kindness to people as you can.
Yeah.
But like some of the donations I thought are good because it's always good to donate to charities and to organizations. But there was one that stood out to me, the Broadway tickets, because personally, right now, I don't know if you've heard of a show called Hamilton, but it is the most amazing show and it is so expensive that if someone were to give me a random ticket to go see it, I would like collapse of happiness. So if I could do that for someone else, give them something that is like so difficult to get and is such a fun thing to do and like so educational and stuff, I think that would be fun. But yeah, no, donations and like the warm blankets and food and stuff, like I've done that before. So something new would be like to donate to organizations or charities or something. What about you?
Yeah, there's loads watching that I'd love to do. I like the idea of just paying for somebody's meal.
Yeah.
Just going, yeah, I'll pay for their meal. Because I do that with friends.
Yeah, that's true.
And I like to do it when they least expect it. I recently went and did some photography somewhere with a friend. And we stopped off at the services on the way back.
Yeah.
And she'd kind of got her stuff and was ready to pay for it. And I felt a bit guilty afterwards because I did physically push her out the way to the point where she nearly fell over just so that I could pay. But yeah, I'd love to do loads of them. I just really want to get out there now. I'm really looking forward to the fact that we're going to go out and do random acts of kindness.
Yeah. When you see videos like that, it inspires you to go out yourself. You're like, oh, I should be a kinder person. I should be kinder to strangers. I should do more random acts of kindness. It does spark something, doesn't it?
Yeah, and it makes you feel positive.
Yeah.
You know, like you see all, you watch the news, it's just like depressing 24/7. Like what's happened here and what's happened there. And so I don't watch that. So I tend to watch random acts of kindness or things like that. I also tend to be in tears because I'm a big softie. Yeah. So I watched those last night and I was crying. By the end, luckily nobody was with me. I was at home and on my sofa and the wife and everyone was in bed.
It's so touching to see like how people think, I'm just randomly gonna go out of my way and find someone that I don't know and make their day or make their week or make their month just because I want to. And so selflessly. Like, I think that's really inspirational and I wish I were more like that sometimes.
I did set up a Twitter account 2 or 3 years ago that was anonymous. I've still got it.
Okay.
And that was especially for random acts of kindness. So what I did was I wrote nice things on the envelopes and just put like a few pounds in. And then I'd go and hide them in like Tesco's and different places like that.
That's really cute.
And I'd put like my anonymous Twitter name on there. And they would send photos. And there was one where I'd hidden it in the wet wipes. And this lady did tweet me. I don't know if did I mention this last week? The crew will tell me because my memory's useless. Did I tell you about this last week? I did, yeah. I'm going to say it again, just briefly. Yeah, and basically I put it in the wet wipes, you know.
What, inside the pack?
Well, no, like behind, they've got a couple of packs at the front and I tuck it.
Right, okay.
And this lady tweeted and said that, you know, she was skint and that it just made a day because she couldn't afford wipes. And then all of a sudden she found an envelope and she could.
That's lovely.
And so no, it's really good fun. But this is also where our viewers can get involved. And talking of viewers, if you want to get in touch, we're on Twitter. You can get in touch now at UonTV UK. Is it? Yes, UonTV UK. You can get in touch, tweet us. You know, send us some comments, send us some love, send us some questions. If they're really hard questions, then Kat will be answering them. If they're nice and easy, I might have a go. But yeah, this is where viewers can get involved. So if you know somebody in Northamptonshire that deserves a random act of kindness, then please get in touch and tell us why. So you can email us at uontv@hotmail.com. And so yeah, if you know anybody that really deserves, you know, perhaps they've done charity work, perhaps they've just helped you out, perhaps they've just been there for you for yonks, get in touch.
Not only that, but perhaps if you've got something you would love to see gifted, maybe you bought an extra pair of gloves that you don't need, or you got them gifted and you don't really like them, or you've had a voucher that you won't use, then, you know, maybe there's other people out there that can make use of that stuff. So, you know, spread a little joy, give the stuff that you don't need to people who do need it.
I mean, we're really fortunate and grateful to have 3 companies that are so far supporting us. But it'd be awesome if either more companies or the people in Northamptonshire got involved too. You know, so if you've got something that, you know, as Kata said, that you think would make a great gift, then please email us. And we'll give you our delivery details, you know, so that we can work it out. But, you know, these aren't going to us, they're not staying with us. As I say, these are random acts of kindness for us to go out and do.
Our first Random Acts of Kindness segment will feature 2 weeks from today, so make sure that you don't miss it. What's on in Northampton?
Oh, I just had a tweet. I don't know if it's one of the crew or who it is. Let's have a look. See, this is live. This is what's... Oh, no, it's from Todd. We know Todd. Todd's lovely. So his girlfriend turned up today with Doritos and nachos, and that made his day. And Adam has tweeted us. See, Adam's got a night off tonight. He's slacking. And Adam's just tweeted, talk about how amazing I am. I demand a shout out. But Adam, we love you. If you're not, he must be watching
God.
live. Either that or Lucy's just prompted him and said, you better tweet in. 'Cause no, I can see Lucy through the window. Lucy's our director. And Lucy hasn't spoken to him. So that is all on his own. Let's love it. So they should know we've seen it because we're live. So. Yeah. Although we'll do it anyway because there's like a 20-second delay. Where were we? What are we doing?
Well, what's on in Northampton?
Oh, yes. So Northamptonshire Musical Theatre Company is performing the much-loved musical Grease next week at the Royal and Turngate, with performances from Tuesday the 25th to Saturday the 29th of October. So for tickets, call 01604 624 811.
The Castle Theatre in Wellingborough is screening Bridget Jones' Baby from the 22nd to the 26th of October. If you want tickets, you can call 01933 510150.
Do you know what? I've lived in Wellingborough for 32 years and I've never heard anybody go 01933. I'm going to use that all the time now.
I don't know. I always say the numbers differently.
About an area code. I don't get it. The Errol Flynn Filmhouse. I know a lot of students here are really keen on the Errol Flynn Filmhouse. So I thought we'd definitely got to push it up there. So that's in Northampton. I looked on their website and I can't mention the films because they're screening a whole variety of them. Far too many to mention. And so for more information, visit their website, which is www.errolflynnfilmhouse.com, or give them a call on 01604 624 811.
White's Nurseries in Earl's Barton plays host to Dr. Fright's Halloween Nights. The award-winning, all-indoor, one-of-a-kind Halloween event is back with an all-new show for you to experience, Cinemassacre, their biggest event ever. 5 live-action scare mazes full of terrifying actors and mind-blowing special effects. If you're interested, visit drfrights.com for more information.
Do you know what? I've driven past it so many times.
Oh, yeah? I have no idea what it is.
Literally, they take over the White's Nurseries is obviously where they grow plants and flowers and all sorts. Yeah. But it just means they've got loads of land. So there's loads of car boot sales there, and that's what I go for.
Okay.
And you drive past it. It's on the A45 between Northampton and Wellingborough, and it's basically massive marquees that they've just put up and joined together.
That's so cool. See, I've lived here for like 2 years now, almost 2.5, and I have no idea about anything in Northampton.
Do you not? We're going to have to expose you.
I feel so like unexperienced, and I've lived here and I only have like another year left.
Cocoon. We'll get you out there. We've got time.
Do it. I want to.
We're gonna.
Like, all these things sound so fun over.
Mine. Oh, just check your batteries. Your microphone stopped. This is live TV, people. When we have problems with microphones.
It seems on. I don't know what's happening.
You're back now.
Oh, you're back.
Of course I am. Of course I am.
Dodgy connections on the microphones. Yeah, I mean, I don't do horror. I can't watch horrors because I just, I'd love to hide behind the sofa, but it's right up against the wall, so I can't. But I've driven past the Dr. Fright's and I've seen videos of it. And I think I would literally, A, just scream, and B, probably end up just sitting in the middle of the floor, curled up, rocking myself, crying.
I'm not great with horror, but at the same time, like, it's like with horror movies, I start watching them, I hate them, and then by the end of it, I've gotten used to them, which is really weird. Like, I find the end less scary than the beginning. So the build-up is scarier to me.
So the climax, you find it easier?
Yeah, for some reason I do, because I know it's going to happen. Like, I know there's going to be a climax eventually. So I don't know how I would deal with a Fright Night. I've always wanted to try one.
Oh, perhaps you should go.
Maybe I should go.
You and Gemma can go and you can live stream it. Gemma's face used to see that. That was
we
a
watch
picture.
a lot of horror movies at our home, like me and my housemates, and Gemma's one of them. And we'll start off, and I'll be the one terrified, and by the end of it, like, my 2 girl housemates will be crying, which is so fun.
If I was round, it'd get turned off and Burlesque would get put on, or a good chick flick.
Yeah, Burlesque is good. I'd always want to watch Burlesque.
But you have to get up and dance along to it.
Yeah,
definitely.
That's true. That is so true.
I really want to sing it now.
You have to follow along with musicals.
Yes.
Like any musical, you have to sing along. You have to get up and dance with it. Like, you have to get involved with it for sure.
Oh, we've got people following us on Twitter.
It's exciting.
Lucy suggests you dance, Luke.
Suggest I dance. Oh. Do you know what? Since we've been naughty and I've got my phone on anyway. iOS, Apple, what is going on? I do not want to upgrade to iOS 10. Leave me alone.
Don't do it.
I'm not going to.
Don't do it.
I'm resisting.
Good. I regret it.
I've got to play a song now, and I've got a microphone right here, so it's perfect. I think I'll pick the song, and Kata gets up and dances.
I think I'm good, you know.
But you're doing a performing arts degree.
I think I'll hold it up and then you can dance.
Do you?
Yeah.
I'm trying to find out. I just love the start to this one. Oh, it was a bit premature. I can do it today, I've got my teeth in. It's all good. If the crew haven't watched Burlesque, they need to. You've literally got a week. If not, there's going to be trouble. It's amazing. Tough lover, yeah. I need a tough lover. I love it. Have your own show, do what you want. That's enough, because you never know. My parents might watch this sometime and they'll literally just go, right, you're not our son?
That's okay. I think my mom's watching. She'd gladly take you in.
Oh, will she?
Yeah, for sure.
That's awesome. Oh, hang on a minute. Oh, somebody's tweeted us.
Ooh, what are they going to say? What are they going to say?
Horrors ain't scary, Lukey. I can't say the next two words because it's a bit offensive to women if I say that.
Oh, yeah, no. Be braver.
Do a little dance competition. Yeah, they've said be braver, but in a different way. And one of our lecturers,
women in this establishment.
Yeah, one of our lecturers is, if they saw it, and I said that, I'd be in trouble. I'd fail completely. They said do a little dance competition. So I'm sure you have to go first. Do you know what? In future, I'm going to have music lined up on the thing just in case. Oh, this could be awesome. Definitely. So hello anyway. So yes, thank you for tweeting us. I've got to see who it is now.
Thanks, guys.
It just
Tweet
means
more.
at least either somebody in the crew is tweeting or somebody is watching. Is Marcin, is it? We should get Marcin in here to dance. He's next door. Awesome. What else is there? Oh, Northamptonshire Day. I didn't even know we had a Northamptonshire Day. But we do. And the only reason I know is because I've been listening to our local radio station. Not the university's one, I'm afraid. Because I listen in the car. And apparently they've got a Northamptonshire song. So loads of people entered. And then some judges have whittled it down to 5. And they're going to choose, I think the public choose, I'm not sure, or people vote now. But they're choosing for Northamptonshire Day. So it's been held at Brixworth Country Park on this Sunday, the 23rd of October, from 11 a.m. with free entry.
That sounds neat.
So yeah, I might take my kids to that.
Yeah, that'd be cute.
Yeah.
That'd be really cute. At the start of tonight's program, we mentioned you getting involved with UonTV. If you have an event you'd like to promote, or perhaps you'd like to come in the studio and chat with us live, or you have a question or comment, then please get in touch via email at uontv@hotmail.com or via Facebook or Twitter at UonTVUK. We would welcome any suggestions that you may have for features on the show too. Why do I sound like that?
You don't sound like that. That's just about all we've got time for tonight. So coming up in next week's show, Adam will be back.
Yeah.
If he's not, then Kat is coming back in, but I'm sure he will be. I'm going to get a tweet now. You watch. I'll get a tweet. I'll get told off. But yeah, so Adam will be back, and we're going to be discussing some of the activities and venues we've got lined up for our Out and About segments. So I'm just going to cut in here from what I was meant to be doing. They'll all be used to that with me. So obviously we're doing, we've got our segment for Random Acts of Kindness, but we're having another new segment called Out and About. Mm-hmm. So this is where it would be quite good for you actually, because what we're doing is we are going out and about around Northamptonshire, essentially to have a go at some of the activities on offer.
That
So
sounds
we've
fun.
already got 2 companies signed up. So we've got the Rockingham Grand Prix Race Centre at Rockingham Speedway in Corby.
Okay.
They've got like simulators that you can get in. They've got like 3 screens, got massive one at the front and 2 at the sides.
That sounds so fun.
They've also said that we can have a go in their Formula 1 simulator. So I think it's an actual like Formula 1 car, but with screens in it. And then Conflict Paintball as well.
Conflict paintball?
Have you been paintballing before?
Yes.
So what we're going to do is we're going to let you go out in your pyjamas because they'll be thin. You're going to run and we're all just going to shoot you.
Yay!
Does that sound right?
That sounds like my kind of thing. I love getting shot in paintball more than I love shooting others. I don't know why, because I like being covered in the paint afterwards. Pain aside.
Pain aside.
Pain aside.
I've got plenty of cushioning. I'll be all right. But knowing these lot will shoot me in the head. And I'm not built for running away either.
But it was so fun. Have you've been paintballing?
No.
It's so fun. It's so fun. Like they build it up so there's like 2 sides and they fight against each other. And there's like where I went in Ireland, there was like a fort, and like you could hide in the fort and you basically had to grab the other team's flag. It was so cool.
That's awesome.
It was so fun.
I bought paintballs from like in the what are they called? They sell like gadget shops and that. So I bought paintball guns from there before, but my parents wouldn't let me shoot anyone with it. I had to just shoot a wall, which wasn't as fun.
No.
Where was I? I was in here somewhere. If I have a look at that, it'll tell. Oh yeah, so the out and about segments and that. So obviously, so Adam and I are going to be discussing that more next week and what I've just told you what we've got lined up. I got a bit too excited. So yeah, we've also got a special guest next week, Stacey Watt. With us, so she's going to be coming and chatting with us and performing live. She's going to be singing live on the show.
That's so cool. And we've got lots of other things to look forward to, but don't forget to get in touch and have a think about how you can support our random acts of kindness.
A huge thank you to our special guest presenter tonight, Kata. Thank you very much. You've been wonderful. Thank you very much for joining us, and we'll see you next week.